You will only manifest what is essential for your identity to survive. The reason why some people manifest things that others don't is because they see that as their identity. Like, an example, a pickup artist getting laid. Well, he's going out to get laid because if he doesn't, then he's not a pickup artist that can sell courses. If he's getting laid, then he's the real deal, right? He can sell courses, he can make a living, therefore he can survive, his ego can survive, and his identity can survive. And identity and ego are pretty much the same thing, guys. They are intertwined with each other. Now you can look at the semantics of that and the definitions from every other book in the world and try to pick that apart, but it doesn't matter. What matters is the core of what I just said is true. Anybody who wants something has to believe that he is the person that needs that in his reality. He has to believe that that's him. You know what I'm saying? Getting quickies with girls, getting quick sex with girls. A dude has to actually believe that that is who he is and that's a part of his reality, and his reality would be better with that. Like, and if there's one thought in his head where it's like, yeah, but people are going to look at me different, and he cares that people are going to look at him, he'll self-sabotage it. But if he's like, I want people to look at me like that, I want to be that guy, then he'll manifest that. He'll manifest that, and he'll manifest that a lot. Very easily. Because the core of his certainty is fully aligned with it when he goes up to that girl. And you can shift realities and shift identities. You can do this. But this is where the dark arts and the black magic shit, if you will, can make morals swing in the wind, and it can get a little twisty in there. So it's and if you have fear of it like that, you probably won't use it to the best of your ability, right? And so I'm not recommending that you do that and you fully become certain with a new you every single second, every single day, like a chameleon. Like if you've seen the movie Act As If, there you go. He's a sociopath, and he's just living life like it's a video game. You understand? And that is when you can manifest literally anything, because people can't pick up on any inconsistencies or incongruencies in the way you act, right? So the better thing to do is to pick what you really want and stick to it. Now that might scare you though, because you're like, wait, if I think that what's best for me is to get married, but I'm scared of getting married because then what if I'm trapped? You see what I'm saying? And this is why reality can be fluid. And this is why some of you realize that you've gone down the wrong track. And now you want to switch to at least be successful, to at least be better than you were because you didn't get what you wanted. And it was incongruent because you had other programs running in the background. So you want to switch it now. But I'm letting you know, once you switch it and you go for what you prefer or what you want, it's never enough. Understand this. It's never enough. You will always want to switch to something else. You will always want to be fluid. And there will always be the temptation to be the chameleon. And some people, they say the answer is to let go of who you are, your identity, let go of your ego, and stop worrying about getting anything and just let it all go. Well, dude, go sit in a cave then, because we're living in a crazy world. It is nutty out there, and that's not just my belief pattern. You know what I'm saying? If you guys believe, oh, it's the world is just perfect and it's beautiful, it's sunshine and rainbows and shit. That's all you will see. Yes, so that will be your world. But where's the fun in that? It's just sunshine and rainbows. That shit can get boring. But if you believe that it's not boring, it won't be boring. And that's why people can go into crazy asylums and fucking stare at walls and think the wall is beautiful. No, it's a fucking white wall. So, don't be crazy, number one. Number two, don't be sociopathic, alright? It's not a fucking game where if somebody dies, it doesn't matter, right? It kind of is, but then it's kind of not. Because your soul is still playing something here, and you gotta still assign the right meanings. And you get what you put in, right? You get out what you put in. That's another thing. If your morals are completely gone, at least live by the golden rule. Why? Because you will manifest what you put out. What you put out comes back, the boomerang effect. So even if you're living completely for you, it's better to be a better person than not, right? And that's just facts. And we live in a crazy world. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I've hung out with sociopaths, I've known sociopaths, and at certain times I thought I was a sociopath. And then all of a sudden my conscience comes back. And obviously I'm not a sociopath because I used to be very religious and out of fear and all this stuff. So I know I have a conscience, but then once you realize that the conscience can actually hold you back from manifesting basically anything, any happiness at all, then you start to be more lenient with it. Because think about it like this: if your conscience told you that to live like a Christian was like complete to the T of the Bible, you wouldn't live at all. And the Bible could literally have been designed by someone that just wanted to lower your potential and your capacities. And so we don't know the truth here. Everybody says they claim they know this, they claim they know that, but we don't really know much of anything here. And so some people might be manipulating you, and you got to be aware of that. You got to be careful with that. But don't go fucking crazy and think this whole thing is illusion and nothing matters, and then just go and be evil and destroy yourself in the process. That doesn't make any sense. Why do you cringe when you see a little baby getting hurt? Or why do you cringe when you see some certain things? That didn't come from religion. That's empathy at a very core level. And so you need to be in contact with your empathy, and from there create your reality. And don't go polarized into evil, and don't go polarized into good. If you're all good, you won't do any good for the world. You know what I'm saying? If you're all evil, you won't do any good for the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy thing. It's right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you're actually listen, if you're crazy evil, you might do some good, and if you're crazy good, you might do some evil. And that's another thing. So it's right in the middle, guys, and it's not going all the way too far to the right and all the way too far to the left, because either polarization kills you. One kills you because you don't live, and then one kills you because you actually die. Because you become Hitler, and then the world comes and tries to kill you. You see what I'm saying? So the balance is in the middle. You're not Hitler, but you're not Jesus. Because you don't live over here and you don't live over here. Right here is where you live. Is where you can actually have a life. And you can actually enjoy life to the fullest.